and I am back with part 8 of the Pomegranates. So in this part, I'm really hoping that Pilar and Dylan will be able to go out on a date. I want their relationship to be a little bit closer. We also have some guests leaving. That is Max down there. He is just leaving from his playdate, probably going home. We did find out some very interesting information in the last part, which was, of course, that Jessica Mortray is bi. But not only that, though, she has been having an affair with every single person that she's ever lived with. That doesn't mean, though, that she's going to be having a relationship with Jane or anybody in this house, because she does not see the Pomegranates in this way, and the Pomegranates definitely don't see Jessica in that way. They see Jessica as a friend that they would like to help, and Pilar is slowly warming to Jessica. She doesn't really like Jessica at all. In fact, it's only because Jane asked Pilar if Jessica could go and live with them, and that is why Pilar has agreed. And she also thinks that having Jessica around would potentially make Jane a better person, being around a good influence, and their relationship's a little bit rocky at the moment, so that's probably why Pilar has decided to do those things. But anyway, we're going to go into the family now. It is 9:45 at night. Jessica's learned the following traits about Jane. She's romantic. Yeah, Jane is actually romantic. I forgot that she was romantic, but that does influence a lot of her decisions, and that is why Jane is constantly looking to find her one, because her life really does evolve around her finding the one. And I think that when she does find them, I think that's going to be a fantastic time for Jane, really. I mean, to find the person that she really, really loves and that she can spend the rest of her life with, and she just doesn't know who they are yet. She's had some up and downs with Tommy, who's been a little bit of a adventurous character himself. He's got a few flings going on with Tasman as well, which is a little bit interesting, but I don't really know where they stand on that, because he said that he was single to Jane, and I think a couple of parts ago they all went to a cinema and they got on very well. In fact, Jane ended up kissing Tommy, which was fantastic, but they're not going out yet. I think that Jane might want a relationship with Tommy, and I think that if they did go out again, then maybe she would make up her mind, and maybe she might have a close relationship with Tommy. Maybe she'll even do it in this part. I just don't know what's going to happen. But I think because it's late, and how long does Pilar have to be in work for? Okay, so she doesn't have to be in work for 14 hours. And there's so much stuff broken. Oh yeah, the bin was something that someone reminded me to do. I have to get rid of this bin. And I completely agree. It looks terrible in this house, right? It looks terrible. How on earth didn't I notice that in the last part? I have no idea, but I didn't notice it, and I am a complete fool. So it needs an outdoor trash can to take out the trash. Oh, we need an outdoor trash can. A bin. I should say bin. I've always called it a bin. It's only on the Sims now that I'm saying that it is a trash can. It's a little bit strange for me because I don't usually call it a trash can. So an outdoor bin, I think, would probably consist of a bin like this, which I'm going to need on BB Move Objects. Okay, got that on now. And now I can at least move it to this area, and hopefully I can put this bin back in the house. It's looking terrible. It's just looking awful. And now I can at least put that bin in this bin. Nope, I can't do that. Okay, now what do I do? Now what do I do? I have to put this bin in. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Hopefully that will be sorted then. I'm hoping that will be sorted. Empty trash, yes. So now that issue is completely solved, Pilar can do that. And I also want them to hire an electrician, because everything seems to be breaking in this house. I don't think any of the girls would want to do this. I don't think any of the girls would opt in to do this. The same way as if there was a spider in this house, I do not think that a single one of these girls would want to move it. And that is pretty much how life would go in a house if I lived with my friends. I'm not even kidding. I would spend hours arguing about who's got to move the spider, because I am petrified of insects, especially spiders. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just the way they move. Okay, so an electrician has been hired and he's going to turn up at some point. I don't think Pilar would mind spending money on that, because I mean it's fine. And also they have a lot of money to go around at the moment. I mean, they have 40,000 civilians. Who has that much in their bank account? That is just incredible. I mean, that's just in their pocket, really. That is amazing. So we'll probably move our house at some point, and we'll probably move to a different house. So I do want her to invite Dylan round. I want him to come round and have a lovely time with her, because I think especially as she was watching a romance, it would make a lot of sense for him to come round and they could have a nice time together. He's sleeping. Are you kidding? Are you actually kidding? Does he even have a job? Oh my gosh, he's an esport gamer. How could I have not known that? Isn't that a really good career or something? I'm not sure. I think he might even be top of his branch. I don't know. That is just something that you don't leave out in conversations. I mean, you often talk about careers, but I don't know how I missed that, to be honest. The electrician has just fixed it, and it's 106 simoleons, which, to be honest, isn't too bad, and it makes a lot of sense for them to have something like that. I think for now, and I think that the time that it is, because they all have class in 8 hours, and I'm pretty sure Scarlett has school as well, I do want Jane and Jessica to do their homework. And I haven't even got a proper bedroom for Jessica. She's gonna have to share Jane's bed, which isn't strange because, let's face it, if you have a best friend, that is just pretty much what I would expect a best friend to do. I mean, not everyone's like that, but every single best friend that I've ever had, we don't have a problem sharing beds and stuff, so that won't be a problem for the first night. But I think that what I will do is I will do a little speed build, and I will extend the house just slightly, and I'll put it back on the Sims 4 gallery in case you want to go and download the second version of the house, and I will do that. So I do want them both to do it. So she needs to, she doesn't even need food at the moment. She's eating some scrambled eggs though. Pretty interesting stuff there. What is Scarlett up to? Scarlett is just on her way to bed. That's a fantastic idea. And I also want to make sure Scarlett's homework's done. So I want her to do her homework. I want her to be able to get some really good grades. I would definitely expect Scarlett in the future to be a whiz kid, or at least a successful girl. I really want Scarlett in the future to be a little bit similar to her mum and be successful, because Pilar is the image of success in my mind. She has a fantastic career, and I think that Scarlett is very similar to her mum. I think that Scarlett's a very bright and intelligent child, so I would definitely imagine that Scarlett does have a bright future herself, so we will see how that all goes. I want her to be able to speak to Jessica though. I don't want her to feel as if Jessica isn't her friend, and I don't want her to feel uneasy in her own house, because I can imagine that a guest, a new person, could be really, really nerve-wracking for a child to meet, especially as Scarlett isn't that confident, I don't think, at meeting new people. She does meet people, but she only really meets people that are the same age as her, and she doesn't really know a lot of people either. In fact, she hasn't really made any friends recently. I really want her to become friends with Max, and I keep saying that, but she never does become friends with Max. So hopefully in this part we will be able to do that. I'm going to fast forward time a little bit because, it's really nice that they're getting on together. That's so cute. They're bonding over homework. Pretty sure Jessica will probably be giving Scarlett some tips about how to do stuff, especially as Jessica has gone through it herself. So that's really good. So she's just completed her homework. I think she has. Well, that's great. That's really, really good. So they've all completed their homeworks, and I'm happy with that. So I think the next step is to probably go to the toilet and then just go to sleep. There are some puddles around here, which I do want them to be able to clean. And I don't know where that maid ever went to. I have no idea, because we did hire a maid. They never showed up. But I actually think, after a lot of thinking about it and umming and ahhing about whether to hire a maid or not, I have actually decided that because they've got this much money in their bank account, would Pilar even mind in the first place? Yeah, okay, she'd be annoyed that Jane probably hired somebody without telling her. But I actually think that because of the amount of people living in this house now, it would make a lot of sense just for the smaller things, like the bin down here, which I don't really like emptying. Just like my own bin, really. It's just like real life. I hate emptying bins. I don't know what it is. I just get this horrible feeling every time I go and empty a bin, as if I just don't want to do it, and it just feels wrong for me. So it's really odd. She's just eaten, and yet she's still feeling hungry. That is so strange. Maybe she can just go to bed in this bed though, and so can Jane. Because I do want them to be really, really powered up after school, and I want them to feel as if they don't have to do anything, they don't have to build some skills up or anything, and I think that would definitely just help them out in the long run. So I think in the morning, they will both get some food, but I don't think there's anything wrong with them just going to bed right now. And that means that the whole house is hopefully sleeping. Why can't Jane sleep in the same bed as Jessica? I don't really know. Maybe it's because she can't enter that bed, but she can. We've seen her do it before. She's done it several times before. For some reason, Jane's not comfortable with sharing a bed with Jessica. So for tonight then, she's just going to nap on the couch downstairs, which is really, really bad. But hey, she's the stubborn one here. I'm not the stubborn one here. So school starts in an hour. I would really like them to hire a repair service, and I would also like them all to wake up now. No, I don't want to skip school. That's really bad. I didn't even know she was at school. No, okay, she's not at school yet, but okay, maybe she'll get some food at school. Hopefully she'll be able to, I don't know. And in the meantime, Jessica is feeling romantic just in time for school. She's terrible. I mean, I love her so much because I think she's just a fantastic character and she is going to mix things around a little bit being here. But I do think that her personality is just crazy in the way that she's just so romantic and just flirty all the time, and she just has so many suitors. So I hope she's not going to go and have some romantic interactions at school, but then again, she probably will. She's probably on the lookout for some more suitors. Everybody's feeling very uncomfortable from low hunger. Oh my gosh, I'm terrible. I didn't make sure that they all ate before going to school. So that's really, really bad. And that is just not the best thing to happen. But oh well, at least I can focus on Pilar a little bit and we can get these things fixed. She can also go to the toilet and she can get her hygiene up. So for the other girls, I really, really hope that whilst they are at school, they will be able to eat, because that would just really help us out. There is another repairman. Oh my gosh, there's so many repairmans because everything just breaks at once in The Sims. I have no idea why it happens, but it does, and it frustrates me entirely. But there we go. So lots of stuff going on. Okay, we owe 6,500 simoleons apparently. Well, there goes me saying we have all this money, and it turns out we were not going to have as much as I actually thought we were going to have after all these bills are going to be paid. So I'm going to pay it now just to get it out the way, just to make sure that she doesn't have to do anything else other than that, and she is just at work now. So all the Sims are at work, and okay, finally a maid showed up. That's brilliant. So we have got somebody cleaning the floors. For housework wise, it will mean a lot less, and I think that will really suit us more. Okay, so centerpieces haven't arrived. We get this one every single time, and every single choice is wrong. I would personally make improvised centerpieces, mainly because I would be devastated if I had a wedding cake and the centerpiece didn't turn up. Performance loss small. It's performance loss small no matter what I do, because I've done both options now and it's both worked out in exactly the same way. So I have no idea what's going on there. But let's see. So I want her to work really hard, and that is something that I hope that she will be doing. I want her to earn this promotion, and I hope that eventually she will be able to do that. So we shall see. The girls are now all back from school, which is amazing. I hope that Jessica Mortray is serving that, and I really hope that that's what's happening there. Okay, Jane is asleep. She needs to do a lot more things before we even think about going out with Jane tonight, because she just has a heck of a life going on. Scarlett is hungry and she also needs a shower, so she's going to take a shower, and she's also going to get some of this food over here and grab a little serving. I think for Jessica, I think it would be interesting if we just went out just as Jessica today, and maybe we invited some of these people around. She can invite Toby and Joel around. That would be a little bit awkward though. She doesn't really like a lot of people. She either loves people or she absolutely despises them. There's hardly any in-betweens for Jessica, which is pretty interesting all in all. Maybe she could invite Joel and also Toby to hang out, and I don't know, it could be fun having them all there, and we'll see how that goes. I think for Scarlett, I would actually like Scarlett to maybe invite Max round, because I would definitely want her to form a friendship with Max, especially as they are at school together. And I think that that would be a really wonderful thing, especially as she's feeling playful. She is feeling playful at the moment. So there's a lot going on here. There's going to be a lot of guests at this home at the moment, but we shall see. We shall see what happens. And Pilar would want to invite Dylan round, because she wants to invite Dylan round all the time. She would probably feel as if she can now invite Dylan round because her 2 children and also Jessica Moultrie have got guests coming around, and she feels as if she could have a guest herself, and it wouldn't really be that much noticed, because if it was just Dylan by herself, maybe it would be a little bit more noticed than it would usually be. And Jane is really, really, really tired. She's so tired. I think that I would want her to talk to Joel and also Toby. I'd like her to be friends with Joel and Toby. Okay, she's just naturally talking to Toby anyway, and she's feeling flirty. Oh no, I hope she's not going to pick any bad traits up off Jessica. That would be terrible. That would be disastrous, because Joel is Tommy's brother, and if they had a thing together, that would just be really, really bad for Tommy's sake, and Tommy wouldn't be very happy about it. And those two would probably end up fighting and not liking each other, so let's not do that. But I want Scarlett to talk to Max, so no, because she implicitly pesters everybody. That is just her go-to thing. They could just do some child activities together. Maybe they could go on the climbing frames, but I would want her to, and I don't think that it would be a group gathering, so hopefully this will be a little bit better for them to build some sort of friendship. And while that's all going on, maybe Dylan and Pilar would finally speak to each other, because she hasn't seen him for a very long time. Woohooing Bush. Oh my gosh, would she do it? Okay, let's just do it. Because the thing is, she hasn't seen him for so long, and I feel really bad because I haven't actually included Dylan in a lot of the activities that have been going on. But if that can happen in the house, that is so bad. And she's probably learning so much stuff off him because he's so young and he's so like full of energy and stuff. And she probably feels as if she wants to have a close relationship with him. And maybe that is why she would do stuff like that. Let's do romance, ask your boyfriend. No, she wouldn't want to do that. She really wouldn't want to do that. Maybe she could confess attraction. Oh my gosh, look at all these activities. Try for baby in closet. No, she wouldn't want to try for a baby. She could woohoo in closet. They could definitely do that, because at least the closet is accessible and everybody's downstairs. This is so bad. I feel so bad for doing this, but I do feel as if I want them to be closer. And I feel as if they are getting very, very close at the moment. And it's nice because it's been a progressive thing. It hasn't just been in one part. I mean, it's been going on for so many parts now. And I feel as if I would really actually like him to move in at some point and there would be a thing. Oh my gosh. This is, wow. that is a heck of an entrance to that closet. Metal doors there, so wow. Anyway, so let's see what's going on now. We have Jane asleep. I feel so sorry for these two because they are just in the room with Jane. It's so weird, so weird. I wouldn't actually want her to wake up though, because I would want her to build up her energy. Oh, she's really, really tired. Oh my gosh, but she's feeling flirty. I wouldn't want her to flirt with Joel though, because I don't think that she would do that. I do actually want her to maybe just sleep in the bed, build up some of her needs, and then maybe in the next part she can go and see Tommy and they can have some romantic interactions there. They're sneaking out the closet because they have so many guests in their house. So I don't know what's going to happen with these two eventually, but we shall see. And these boys are just being very mischievous. They're just turning on all the electronics, waking everybody up. I think it's pretty bad though how Jessica Moultrie has just gone to sleep after she has really invited them both round, and now she doesn't want to see them. So she is going to take a shower and things and hopefully wake up a little bit. Oh my gosh. Look at what she's wearing to bed, and she's not even ashamed. Oh my gosh, that's so bad. I think that even though Pilar did the same, I think Pilar would still probably speak to her about what she wears around the house. Even though Pilar did it. So Pilar would be a super hypocrite if she did speak to her about that stuff. But oh well, that's going on there. So quite a lot has happened, and it's only happened in the space of our own home. So this is going to be a little bonus part of the episode. The episode was a little bit short and I felt bad for not taking them out the whole time, and I really wanted to get Jessica Moultrie out the house. And maybe she is feeling, oh, fantastic. Well, she's feeling flirty now, so that would make perfect sense. I'd actually want her to invite Joel on a date. Oh my gosh, no, not either of those two. Not yet. Maybe eventually, but I think that at the moment, because she has got Joel round and she's got Tommy round, it would actually make a lot of sense if she picked between the two of them. And maybe she would invite Joel purely because I just think they look really cute together. And she might as well, but I don't think that she'd be thinking long term. She doesn't really think long term at all, actually. She thinks very short term, and she doesn't think about the long term effects of what her actions could do to people. So I think even though she is friends with Joel, she might want to flirt with him. I don't know, but I think it's interesting to see Jessica Moultrie out in public, and she is feeling flirty, so it would make perfect sense for her to go and invite Joel and try and get him away from the crowd. So I want to probably stand over here somewhere, maybe in the middle, maybe where they can see all the nice flowers and it just looks overall really pretty. I'm going to put the walls up just to get that further effect of what they're in at the moment and how nice the area looks. So I think that's nice. And she'd share a secret. Oh my gosh. What would she share with him? She'd share the fact that she does actually really fancy him probably. And she's feeling really flirty. So she'd just say anything. That seems to be more or less the trend with Jessica Moultrie. And I have actually got a backstory for Jessica Moultrie, and I will go into it at some point. I have a speed build coming up on my channel which concerns Jessica, so hopefully that should be pretty good. They are just chatting. I don't know how well they're getting along. She's feeling really playful as well, which is even more worrying because she could say anything in this delicate situation. We don't even know what traits Jessica Moultrie has actually now. I'm thinking about it. So she is romantic, jealous, and alluring. Okay, so she's jealous of a lot of people. That would make sense then for her to invite Joel here because maybe she'd be jealous of the fact that he was spending a lot of time with Toby, and she probably regrets inviting Toby around in the first place. Maybe that was a decision. And she's just about to reveal her crush. I don't know how he's going to take this. Is he going to be okay with this? I don't know, maybe he likes her as well, and she probably reveals her crush to lots and lots of different people. So I don't know how he would feel about this. Looks like they're talking it through though. Oh, okay, he likes her as well. They've got a little romantic interaction going down. Maybe I'll put these walls down because they get a little bit irritating actually. There we go. So maybe we could do kiss hands. Oh no, that's weird though. That is really weird. I would always imagine a man to do that to a woman. I wouldn't imagine it the other way around. I don't know, I think it's like a really masculine thing. Personally, I would be really freaked out if somebody expected me to do that. I would be really, really scared. That would scare me off actually. So, acquired the charisma skill. Okay, so, well that's great because she's learning skills and she's flirting. It's nice because of how well they get on. And I think the difference between Joel and the others are that she really is friends with him. So I think that he would mean a lot more to her than the other flings that she's had, such as Kirsten and Blondie, and also Blanca, because she's very heavily involved with them in a flirty way, but in a friendship way, not really. In fact, they don't really have a friendship there at all. So I don't know, that's that. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there and I will speak to you all in the next part. Thank you so much for watching and I will speak to you all soon.